Hello and welcome to starting a new game. So this is me starting Defiance for the very first time. This video is aimed to all of you who find yourself asking things such as: what's the co-op mission key? How do I get to matchmaking? Can I hide my helmet? If you ever find yourself asking your friends, especially in MMORPGs or multiplayer games, things such as that, this video is aimed at you. And now I'm going to skip this whole freaking creation process, because what character you make and play, that is a entirely personal thing. Personally, I like to take a quick peek at the websites or whatever, to spend 5 minutes or so to figure out what there is before I jump into the creation process. Yes, I have usually a certain things I like to play especially in MMORPGs. So I like to have the idea already before I go into the creation. But that is obviously entirely up to you. So I'm gonna skip this and get back to you in a second when I'm all done. Right, so we get the game itself, right? And that blinking thingamajig on screen, left shift to sprint, that no longer holds true. I changed keys. Already did that prior to starting this recording. I am in the very beginning of the tutorial area. Most games have a tutorial area, right? Especially MMORPGs and stuff like that. Most strategy games they have one these days too, and so forth. The main thing to do when you start up a new game which you have no idea what is there, is not to rush through the tutorial area. Because that gives you a lot of questions later on down the line. What's the key for the co-op mission window? How do I hide my helmet? What? There is a way to turn on damage numbers? I didn't know that. You should, right? So you start up in a new game after making creation, whatever, however you got through to the beginning to the game, where you can start messing around with windows, you know, screens. And you go through all the options you have, right? I'll briefly scroll through the keybinds here so you can see what the heck is going on with those. In case you are interested, you can pause the menu or a video to see the menus. Can't talk properly, it is very early in the morning, and so forth. Right, so that's the keybinds. If you come to me in an MMORPG and ask me what's the keybind for X, Y and Z, I really cannot tell you. Even though I would like to help you out, I have no idea, because I don't play with default keys. This is a simple freaking fact. And for your own convenience, in case you play with default keys, open the damn menu and look through them, right? Many times tutorials don't even tell you all the keys you need for playing the game, or you actually have access to for playing the game, like hopping into certain menus. People, instead of pressing a button, they go through 4 different windows to get to same place. Simply because they did not look through the keybinds menu in the game, right? So, the first things to do, let's recap. Go through every single window you have access to, right? Here, and then test out your keybinds. This is funky, it actually changes these keys, but it didn't change the left shift. Right now for me it's left alt, or alt in general. Quick chat works. Quick menu does not work when you are in this besom jag. As you can see here, I cannot even go into any of these until I am probably I can as soon as I get out of the tutorial area. But this is something I want to know. I cannot access these. And once I'm out of the tutorial area, I have to go through them. Like what is in the social menu? Friends list, clan. But what is goals? Is that my quest log? Matchmaking? Does that mean PvP matchmaking? Intel? What is that all about? That is a shopping basket, so it's probably the, you know, in-game store, right? Map. Settings. And this is this screen here, right here. And exploring these, quickly going through them, is how you get about answering all those questions you would normally have when you start up a game. Any questions? Should probably be none, because it's all explained in the game you're playing, right? So, next time you start up a new game, whether that is a Defiance MMORPG of any kind, real-time strategies such as StarCraft or even League of Legends, or your favorite Mass Effect, whatever. Next time you start it up, go through every single menu you have access to. And then get on with the game. That way you suddenly have a lot of things clear in your head. You don't have to ask. You don't have to stop playing to ask someone else for answers to a simple things you can find out in the menu. Because it's already in your head. The answer is already learned by you by spending 2 minutes going through all the menus, right? So that wraps it up for this video. In case you are interested in keybinds and what I do with them, there will be a link to the video in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully this helped you up a little to become a better gamer, I guess. Oh yeah, by the way, did I mention I love this? Every game should have a randomize button for every single freaking option. But hey, moving on.